Hi everyone, in this video I want to show you one interesting and maybe not so popular but also classical game against Evgeny Turpegov, not so famous chess player but also strong, and one of world champion Tigran Petrosian. Okay, let's go and let me show you this interesting chess battle. Okay, Turpegov was white and Petrosian was black. Knight d4, knight f6, knight f3, d6, knight c3, and bishop g4. So black usually defends himself, but Petrosian doesn't think so. Of course, instead of bishop g4, maybe most classical way to continue this game is to play g6, bishop g7, and then this position transpose through pierce defense. But bishop g4 also possible move, e4, c6, h3, and then Petrosian decided to take on f3, but of course bishop h5 also possible with continue do the spin, and then bishop f3, queen f3, and black abandoned the center in the opening, and now their game is based on the queen side. So knight bd7, bishop e3, e6 and g4, and white immediately begins to attack with a powerful center. So g4 was very logical move for white, then d5, e5, knight g8, only one possible way to save the knight, because if knight e4, then white can double take on e4. And of course black lost the initiative badly, and the knight move did not bring out a single piece from the king side, and of course in this position white is better. Okay, castle queen side, very logical move, and then b5, bishop b3, king b6, king b1, also good prophylactic move by white, but Petrosian decided to attack on the queen side with knight c4, and then maybe he want to push his a pawn, maybe like this, and also queen b6 is possible idea. Okay, bishop c1, another solid move by white, queen b6, g5, and then of course black should develop his pieces with knight e7, at first h4, c5, take on c5, take on c5, and of course this pawn structure is similar to French defense, rook h e1, g6, b3, bishop g7, and of course in this position white can take on c4 because knight is hanging, but this very good sacrifice for black, and against the knight black has very strong initiative. So b takes c4 was a blunder for white, then black recapture on c4 with his own pawn, bishop f1, and simply castle. And of course next one is rook f or rook a to b8, and very strong attack for the white king. King a1, rook f b8, knight b1, and it's immediately clear that the e5 pawn is greatly interfering with our bishop, who would have attacked perfectly, and therefore black began to attack the e5 pawn. So knight c6, and of course black's idea is to take on e5 with the knight, and then some of discover check with the bishop. And queen g3. This is decisive blunder for white. Position maybe was very risky, but not so bad. But after bishop g3, position is completely winning for black. And let me show you final and very good combination by Tigran Petrosian. So he sacrifices an exchange, and then another rook should go to b8, king a1, and c3. c3, and this position is completely winning for white, that I told you earlier, and completely winning for black, of course, and white cannot defend all of his weaknesses. And bishop d2, white tries to discard the extra piece in order to repel the attack, but of course black did not want to take on d2. Instead of this, Petrosian decided to play knight b4 with idea is to play knight c2 with a checkmate. Bishop d3, white defended on c2, but then queen c4. Last but very important sacrifice, and then after bishop c4, knight c2 with a checkmate. And of course, if white did not take on c4, then simply queen a2 with a checkmate, for example, like this. So very good and very strong attack by Tigran Petrosian with some sacrifices, and of course it's also one of his best games in his chess career.